So guys, I tried to go live, but it wouldn't let me. So I might as well work, right? So I'm here in downtown Phoenix and let me do some work for you. I hope you're doing well. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you ways, I'm gonna suggest to you ways in which you can pay for your college. So if you hear some noise, just know that I'm in public spaces. I hope I'll be able to edit it to make my voice a little odd, a little bit loud, okay? So how do you pay for college? So for you who is trying to come to America, let's do number one. Before I forget, number one, if you have a bachelor's degree and you're someone who is thinking, okay, I'll do my studies until PhD. So just to let you know, in America, you don't have to have a master's degree to do a PhD. So you can start applying for PhD programs directly after your bachelor's, okay? The reason I'm saying that is because you're more likely to get a scholarship, fully funded scholarship as a PhD student than a master's or undergraduate. Usually I see a lot of scholarship offers. So just take that note. So if you're thinking, oh, I want to go to America to study, how am I going to pay for it? Do not let money become your hindrance. Don't put money in the picture first. Put your goals first, what you want to achieve. So I just told you one tip. You don't have to take a master's if you have a bachelor's degree. So usually bachelor's degree takes master's degree is usually 2 years here in America, and PhDs are usually some programs it's 5 years, mostly it's 4 years. So if you do PhD directly from bachelor's, taking master's and PhD together, it will most likely take you 5 years, and that you'll have saved money and actually increased your chances to get a scholarship. So that's how to pay for college here. Number two, if you insist and you want to do graduate program, apply for schools that have teaching assistantship. A lot of schools have it. What is it? They're gonna give you, most of them will actually target the ones that will give you full tuition in exchange to teach or to supervise. You know, like if you're a graduate student doing sciences, they might give you to supervise labs 20 hours a week in exchange of free tuition. So what you're gonna be looking for is living expenses only. Do you see how that's gonna be? And if you have that in your I-20, for those who don't know what I-20 is, it's a immigration document that a school will give you to take to the embassy to show that you've been accepted in a college. So if you do that, then you'll have cut your costs so much, and you can look for roommates when you come. For living expenses is not the problem. It's not the priority problem. It is the college tuition that is usually expensive. You can look for places to share rooms with people to make your living expenses cheaper. You can eat cheap food, right? So that's another way. So one way, instead of taking masters, take directly from bachelor's to PhD. I think one challenge you might have is probably research skills, but you'll catch on. Okay, so number one, we've covered that. Number two, look for schools. If you're a graduate student, meaning if you want to come here for masters, look for schools that have teaching assistantship, and you will find them. One of the schools I have told you, I have actually shown you. I went to that school. I interviewed an Indian student. It is in one of my YouTube videos. I'm interviewing a student in Northern Arizona University. Look it up, and she's talking about the program that the school has to offer. Okay, so look for schools. That's not the only school. You're gonna be looking. Okay, number 3, guys, here's why the teaching assistantship is such a good deal. Because in your I-20, it's gonna reflect that you have some sort of scholarship sponsorship. What does that mean to you? It means you won't have to provide a very fat bank statement. So it makes the work easy for you. If you get the teaching assistantship, it increases your chances of getting a visa. Once they look at the I-20, because the I-20 is gonna show the cost of school, and the embassy requires for you to show a bank statement, liquid assets. They want you to show liquid assets, liquid bank statement that you can, they want you to show evidence that you can finance your first year of school. So the only funding that you will be required to show is the funding for living expenses, which is going to be way cheaper. So most schools probably charges about $25,000 a year. At the embassy, you're required to show funding for 1 year. So if you get teaching assistantship, guys, that means you're just going to be looking for a bank statement for probably about $10,000. Okay, you see how that is such a good deal? So it increases your chances at the embassy, because the consular will look at the I-20 and see, oh, okay, if you are being given tuition free, then there's a likelihood that you're not gonna get stuck, because they wanna know that you're not gonna come here and get stuck. So it really increases your chances. So just take your time and look up 30, 40, 50 schools. Let this be your full time every day, or if you're too busy, at least every day in a month. Every day look for a school, apply for a school every day. If you're not using the app, common app, then you're doing like directly to them, and that's a lot of work. So use the common app. So I wanted to add that. So another way to finance your schooling, guys, is the private loans. So you will not qualify for the federal loans, but there are banks here in America that offer student loans for international students. Actually, there is 2 banks. One of them I'm going to tell you is called Empower. So what you want to do is go to their website. I'm going to put a link in the description box. Go to their website and see whether they partner with your school. They have a lot of schools. It's almost every school. So with Empower, they have one condition, that you must be at least 2 years to your graduation. So that works perfectly for people who are doing their masters, and people who've been here doing who have done 2 years in schooling. So that's another way. So check it out. And then there's another bank, and I'll put it in the link in the description link below. That is another way to pay for your school. How do you pay for your school? You work on campus 20 hours a week, and after 1 year of being in the university or in the college, you are eligible to apply for a work permit to work off campus. Why off campus? Just in case, for instance, if you went to a school that has a lot of international students, you'll be fighting for the same jobs. So off-campus jobs will be better for you, because it pays more than on-campus jobs. Okay, so after 1 year, you want to talk to your international student advisor and talk about hardship. This is how I did it myself. I came here on an 80% scholarship. I went to a small college, and after 1 year I transferred to another school because I was very stupid. I was young. I was making irresponsible decisions because I wanted to go to a city where I knew people. That was my priority, and I left a scholarship. Can you believe that? You can even slap me through the screen for that. Anyway, so when I went to a different school, I didn't get a scholarship, so that was so expensive. Oh my goodness, it was so expensive and I couldn't afford to pay for myself. So what did I do? I applied for work permit. I talked to the international student advisor, and when I came to America, my dad was my sponsor. So the bank statement that I had, I submitted it to the school. My dad's career is a farmer, and if you looked at that bank statement, you would see that there was milk payments, there was grain payments from cereals. So it was consistent with my story. It was gonna build my story of hardship. What did I say? In the hardship that I need a work permit to work off campus so that I can pay for my fees, I told them that my dad, that year, the crops didn't give a good output because of climate change, because the weather was really bad, climate change, all that. And they gave me a work permit for a year. So that work permit allowed me to work off campus, and I was able to earn more. So the thing with the work permit is not like it increases your hours. No, it just allows you to have more options to look for jobs in any company that is willing to hire you outside campus. But during the summer, you can work up to 40 hours. So that's how to pay for your college after 1 year, and you're not finding the on-campus jobs to be very rewarding. That's how to do it. But another way is to come in January. Be strategic, be strategic, be strategic. When you come in January, it means you're going to be going to school one semester before you take a break. The break is going to be April or May until August. So you will have paid school for one semester, and then you take a break for, let's see, so May, June, July, August, for about 4 months. You're going to be working full-time, 40 hours, and that full-time job can get you up to $8,000. See how you'll have worked for your next semester fees and your next year, and you're being smart about it. So that's how to pay for it, how to strategize. Come here in January instead of coming in September. So that's one way, strategy. Okay, another way is scholarships, obviously. So many scholarships, these little scholarships like 1,000, 300, 2,000, you're only eligible to apply for those scholarships once you are here. So once you're here, do not overlook. You're gonna go to your website, the website of the school, and look for the scholarship section and apply as many as you can. Most schools actually just require you to fill out one form, and it applies for all scholarships. So what you want to do, what you want to be watching is your grades. Don't let your grades slip, because a lot of those scholarships will be merit-based, meaning you have to show that you're a good student. Okay, another way, some of those scholarships are need-based, so you got to show your need, show how, you know, your sponsor doesn't have a lot of money, or you come from a poor family. The stories that you need to tell to get a scholarship. So that's how to pay for college. Okay, another way is another strategy, and I'll tell you what I did. So when I cutting down, another way is strategy, cutting down your living expenses. You can advertise. This is what I did. Let me tell you my story. Let me not push this to you, but let me tell you my story, and you can take it from there. So I did an ad on Craigslist. I was trying to save money. I wasn't going to school. I think I had finished going to school, but I was trying to save some money. So what I did was I did an ad on a page called Craigslist. Craigslist is a public page that people advertise things. It's a free advertising. So I advertised and I said, I'm looking for an old couple to live with, free room and board in exchange. Actually, free room, I didn't say board. Free room, in exchange, I'll give you companionship. Oh my God, I got like 3 responses and I took the best. So the kids of this old couple, they contacted me, interviewed me, we went out to eat, they told me about their parents, they told me about the situation. So what did I do? I said I'll give it a try. So it was a 85-year-old woman and a 88-year-old man. I was so lucky. They were wealthy. They were kind of wealthy. Not too wealthy, but just enough to spoil me. So what did they do? They had like a really beautiful house. They gave me upstairs. Upstairs they had 2 rooms, my own bathroom, my own living room. It was so awesome. And part of the deal was I'll just be present at night, because these kids, they have their life. They want somebody to take care of their parents. I wasn't like washing them, or I wasn't bathing them or anything like that. I was just there as a companion at night, just in case there's an emergency. It was such a sweet deal. So I signed up. So they gave me the upstairs was mine, but we were sharing the kitchen and food. So part of the deal was they will pay for food too. And as I've told you in my videos, Americans don't cook, so I didn't have to cook anything. The only thing I cooked, in quotes, was breakfast. And guess what breakfast they used to eat? They used to eat cereal. So I didn't have to cook anything. So in exchange, because I already had a green card at that time, they told me I could, they asked me to work for them 4 hours a day. Oh my God, it was such a sweet deal. So I worked for them 8, 9, 10 until 11. So 8 to 11, Monday through Friday. What did I do for them? Really, like cleaning, just like it was my home. So I was cleaning it, and she wanted, the man of the household was very active in the community, and he was running a non-profit. So part of the time I was helping him write emails, because he wasn't very proficient in the computer. So I was writing him emails. So 4 hours a day, and they paid me $20 an hour to do that. And I'm not paying rent, and I'm not paying food. Oh my God, I saved so much money. And they accepted me. They became my family, guys. Oh my God, that was the best experience. So we would travel together. Like I would cook cook breakfast, which was just I'd serve cereal, and lunchtime we would go out or order food. Dinner, there is no restaurant they did not take me to. We ate out every single day. I got fat. I got fat. It was such a sweet deal. Anyway, even one time we traveled together. They introduced me to so many people, you know. We traveled one day, we traveled from Minnesota to Atlanta. They asked me to drive them, like they want to do their last road trip. They paid for my hotel rooms. We stopped by so many states. They paid for my hotel room. Oh my God, it was so much fun. So this is what I'm suggesting through my story. Find ways, find creative ways. So for you, because you're not allowed to work off campus, if you find such a deal, you tell them if they want to give you money, they have to give it to you as a gift. So because you can't work off campus. But you can position yourself to say you're giving them companionship in exchange of free room and board. Just make sure you're not paid, because you're not allowed to work. So if you need to clarify that through your lawyer or whatever, I don't know, do that. Don't come back at me. But that's what I did, and it saved me tons of money. So you have to be creative. Share rooms. Like Craigslist is not very reliable, especially for someone who is still new. So I'm not gonna encourage you to use it. But if you use it, there are nightmare stories. Like you can use it, but then ask somebody to verify. Even if you're going to meet somebody, people have been, I don't mean to scare you, but Craigslist has like some crazy people. But you can look for other avenues to you don't have to advertise. You can respond. You can respond to people looking for companions. Just make sure you're not paid without a work permit. Okay, so I think I've covered a few ways that you can pay for your fees. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Don't let money make decisions about your future. Let your will drive you, and then find ways to make it possible. I hope my story was I hope you can borrow from my story, right? If you have any questions, if you need any help, please email me to yourstudio@gmail.com. Put in the comments below. Engage me in the comment section below. I hope this was helpful and useful. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, kwaheri. So don't suffer too much, because there are ways you can get through this. It's hard until you get your green card, right? But the hardest work for you is to do the homework. And the best time to do the homework is while you're still in your home country. Once you get here, life is so fast, it's not even funny. Life is in the fast lane. Use your bundles wisely. So search every day, once a day. Give yourself a goal. Once a day, I'm gonna apply for a school. At the end of the month, you'll have applied for 30 schools. And what are the chances? The more you try, the better the chances. Okay? Good luck, guys.